Ever wonder what would happen if a genius picked up a completely different tool? Imagine this. Pablo Picasso, the master of cubism, the guy who could paint a feeling with a few jagged lines, decides to ditch the paintbrush. Instead, he picks up a camera. And not just any camera for any old subject. He becomes a war photographer. What would that even look like? Let's set the scene. It's the Spanish Civil War. Instead of holing up in his Paris studio, sketching out the tormented figures for his masterpiece Guernica, Picasso is right there, in the thick of it. He's got a Leica slung around his neck, its cold metal a stark contrast to the familiar feel of a brush handle. He's not painting the chaos. He's capturing it, one frame at a time. Would his photos look like anyone else's? Not a chance. This is Picasso we're talking about. He wouldn't just be taking pictures of soldiers and rubble. He'd be dissecting the scene with his lens, just like he did with his canvases. A photo of a crying child wouldn't just be a portrait of sadness. It would be a fractured reality. He'd probably use long exposures to blur the frantic movement, creating ghostly trails of fleeing civilians. He'd play with shadow and light in a way that makes a bombed-out building look like a skeletal monster. Its empty windows like vacant eyes. Think about his cubist phase. How would that translate to photography? Maybe he'd experiment with multiple exposures, layering images on top of each other. A soldier's face superimposed with the very explosion that haunts him. He'd show you the past, present, and future of a single moment, all compressed into one haunting photograph. He wouldn't just show you what war looks like. He'd make you feel what it is like to have your reality shattered into a million pieces. His photos would be disorienting, challenging, and impossible to look away from. Instead of the famous painting Guernica, we might have a photo series titled The Fall of Guernica. It would be a collection of grainy, high-contrast black and white images that are more emotionally raw than factually perfect. A close-up of a horse's screaming mouth, a disembodied hand reaching from the dust, the stark geometric patterns of collapsed beams. Each photo would be a punch to the gut, a puzzle of grief that your mind has to piece together. Critics would probably be baffled. It's not traditional photojournalism. They'd shout, and they'd be right. It would be something entirely new. Emotional photojournalism. And what about his legacy? The world would lose the painter Picasso. A monumental loss, for sure. No Les Demoiselles de Avignon. No playful ceramic owls. But in his place, we'd get Picasso, the father of modern war photography. He would have inspired generations of photographers to stop just documenting events and start interpreting them. To use their cameras not just as a window to the world, but as a scalpel to dissect its very soul. He'd prove that a camera in the hands of a true artist can be just as powerful as a brush, capturing the fractured, brutal, and deeply human truth of our times. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? What do you think his photos would look like? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more what ifs.